Oh my. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing. I'm laughing at myself, actually. I'm laughing so hard, I'm crying. So, my image popped up, the image of myself. And I look like I just jumped out of bed, which I didn't. I seriously look like I just jumped out of bed. I promise you I didn't. I really didn't. So I was actually filming until 4 minutes ago. The time to take my camera, set it on this side, and start filming. I was caught off guard because I was so in my thing filming that all of a sudden I was like, so my watch goes beep beep every 10 to the hour. So I was like, it's okay, it will tell me when it's time. I forgot it doesn't when it's past 6 p.m. So all of a sudden I was like, what time is it? Oh, time to go live. So it's a no makeup studio day. I'm not faking anything here. I just went from that chair to this chair and I'm ready to talk to you. Okay. No rest for the wicked. Absolutely. So the hair, I got a haircut. I mean, my hair is done. It looks like I jumped out of bed. I got it 2 days ago, so it's not like I got it just now. I'm just not used to it, apparently. Okay. We'll survive. We'll manage. We'll make it. Thank you, Heather. I mean, this is real life. This is the glamorous life of the artist. That's why I would rather do the hangout, well, this live moment in the morning, because it's like before the day actually even starts. Now I feel like I'm almost ready to go to bed. Go back to the hairdresser, Kathleen. This is not my pajama. This is a work t-shirt. I have to admit. It's not my pajamas. Next week we'll make it a pajama party. Okay, why did this stop? Well. Okay, yeah, I'm totally keeping it real, seriously. So, woo! Yeah, Kathleen, that is calling for revenge, girl. You're lucky I love you. Hello, Sophia. Knock, 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 honey. Oh, that's why I love my butterfly community. Because we're keeping it real over here. We're not pretending anything. We're doing real artgeling with real people, even if they hold a wand in their hand. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay, I'm lost now. Real people holding a wand in their hand. Okay. Let's go for some serious stuff. So, this week shout outs. Okay, I'm trying to get a grip on myself. We're serious people here. If you just joined us and you've never seen this before, we're very serious. I mean, we do some very serious art channeling. We're very serious art people. try to keep telling myself that. So, this week's shout out. Before I get to, she does not hear, she has a wand. Okay, I actually wanted to start with something serious because I was quite taken aback last week with so many people having such a hard time with the challenge, which was all about simplifying. And I was like, people, why aren't you making things simpler? You're complicating everything. But nonetheless, I'm very, very proud because many of you, despite all the struggles and everything, you really did pull through and you really made some amazing spreads despite the struggle. I mean, or maybe thanks to the struggle. But there is one person who I just had to give her this week's shout out, and that's Elvira Locke. So Elvira started the week with many struggles, like many of you. She really put it out there that she was struggling, and it was truly visible in her spread. We had some exchanges, which you could all see because everything happened in the group. There was no behind the scenes anything. And she really stayed open-hearted and open-minded, not only for what I had to tell her, but what everyone had to tell her. And the spread that she posted, her final spread, if you haven't seen it, you have to go and check it out in the group. It's mind-blowing, seriously mind-blowing. You can really see the struggle that was going on, not only in the spread, but also with what she had going on in her life. You could see the letting go and the beauty that she put into it. And she ended up with, I cannot say it with any words than heartfelt spread. That is what she ended up with. A seriously heartfelt spread. And that is why I'm into art channeling. That is why I have this group. And this is why I have this butterfly community for those kind of things. And I told Elvira, I already said her a big thank you, because she confirmed that this is why I do my job, and this is why I keep saying that this channel, or everything it is I do, is about connecting you with your creative enthusiasm. And I know it sounds cheesy, but every once in a while there is this amazing sparkle, and that is what happened this week with Elvira. So Elvira, that is why my shout out goes out to you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you for being one of the many butterflies. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting the challenge. Thank you for keeping on going. And thank you for that amazing spread that you made. See, I really wanted to start with something serious this week. So, oh, why do I make you cry, Sabine? Slappalak. Danielle. Good. That's what we're here for. Sabine, why am I making you cry? Sabine, are you Elvira? Is that your name on Facebook? Are you the same person? I'm waiting until I have an answer, because I want to know. Okay, there's no answer coming. Sabine, are you still with us? I think Sabine is Elvira. So okay. This week is week I have an answer. It's her. Butterfly kisses to you, Sabine, now that I know that that's your real name. This week is week 31 of the A Layer a Day challenge. This challenge is going from today, August 3rd, until August the 10th. July was all about me, myself, and I think we had a lot of fun, except maybe with the last challenge, which was a struggle for a lot of people. But this month, it's all going to be about speeches. And I hope this is not going to leave you speechless. Great loop, right? I'm doing my best here. Speeches. And of course, we want to do it in the correct way considering the timeline. So, of course, we're going to talk to ourselves as a child, and we're going to call this challenge Dear Youngest Self. So, we're going to start this month with an art journaling letter to our younger self. And I don't know why I stopped here. I had like, crickets. Back to business. Okay. I had two things that I wanted to say about this challenge is, first of all, don't forget that you're talking to a kid, to you yourself as a kid, which means that you have to keep things simple. I know you don't like that word, but you're talking to a kid. So if you make it too complicated, that kid is not going to get the message. So you need to keep it not childlike, but simple enough for a kid to understand what it is you're talking about. The second thing I wanted to say is you're talking to a kid. And I know I'm repeating myself, which means that you want to build this kid up. So you need loving words. So everything you put in that spread needs to be filled with love and tenderness because you're talking to a kid. So it doesn't only need to be simple, it needs to be filled with love. Yeah, I know. Again. Listen, third. Okay, if you want to talk to yourself like that, by all means, it's your journal. Go ahead, have fun with it. Several ways to go about this challenge. You could start by writing an actual letter in your art journal and then covering it up. Stupid animal, go buzz somewhere else. Go outside. So you could start by clean your room. Ladies, come on. Okay, this is going to be a fun week. I can see some funny spreads coming up. So you could start by writing an actual letter to yourself in your journal and then covering it up or not. You could start with a photo of a younger you in your journal to really get into the feel of what it is you're writing about. Or you could start with images of stuff that appeal to you when you were a child or that have a lot of meaning for you when you were a child. Carla, it's a long time ago for all of us. For me too. Trust me. It's not because it's a no makeup day that I'm not cheating with my camera here. See all the wrinkles and the double chin and it's all there. Okay, so that is how you could start with that challenge. And then from there, I'm very curious as to where you're going to take it. Last month has been an explosion of spreads, and I'm looking forward to this month as well because I think we're going to have so many more explosions of spreads. How do you talk to kids? Oh, Kathleen, come on. How do you talk to Marco? Tell me you didn't hear this. How would you have liked someone to talk to you when you were a kid? Huh? Try that, for instance. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna put this underneath because I need to look at my book. For this second part of this live, I wanted to add a little something extra because it's not enough content to my feeling to make a full video out of it, but I did want to reply to the question, which I'm going to tell you in a second. First, I'm going to catch up on the comments because there's a lot of things going on there. Ooh, Heather, that's a great inspiration. Matisse. With love and understanding and patience. Abby, that is spot on. Except I don't have that last one. But it will have to do. Anyway. Okay, the question was, how do I organize my desk in my workspace? And I'm not cheating because it's right there. And like I said, I was filming until a couple of minutes before this started, so all my material is still there. So there is a lot of extra crap and stuff on my table. Well, not crap. I mean, it's mixed media stuff that was on there that I was using to film, but that is how my desk looks when I'm filming. I didn't have the time to clean it up, so it stayed exactly the way it is. Now, organization is a big issue. There is a reason that Marie Kondo has so much success. I mean, for crying out loud, she has her own TV show. So organization is a big issue. I wouldn't say world issue, but we're not far from it. And I believe it's an issue that, when it comes to art channeling, is seriously underrated because it can make or break your mojo without you even realizing it. So that is why I wanted to take the minute to reply to that question. I think you can compare the organization of your work desk to shoes. Bear with me here. If you ever had the chance of sitting at an other artist's table, for crying out loud, that's hard to say, an other artist's table, you know how awkward that can feel. It feels like putting on that person's shoes. They might fit and you might even be able to walk with them, but they will never feel comfortable, at least not for a very, very, very long time, until they take the shape of your feet. And it's the exact same thing with our table. And I can take that comparison even a step further. It's also like buying new shoes. When you're at the store and you're trying on new shoes and you really, really like them, but they don't really fit, but you really, really like them and you really, really want them. Can you feel my pain here? And you end up buying them, you still know that they will not feel comfortable for the rest of your life, no matter how long you keep them, until you toss them away. So I really think we can compare that desk organization to those shoe experiences. Was that a correct sentence? I hope it was, because in my head it was. And if you want to know just how big that impact can be of the organization of your table, I have a very simple experience for you to try out. If you are used to putting your cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is you drink while you're working on your left, try putting it on your right. Because while you're working, every time you will want to drink, your muscle memory will kick in and you will go to the wrong direction, and then you will be put off guard or taken off guard, however you say it, and it will remind you that you might do things automatically until you move things around. The thing is, every time you go for that cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is you drink and you get interrupted in that muscle memory of yours, your mojo will also be interrupted. So you will feel what it's like to be uncomfortable at your own workspace and how important it is to seriously feel comfortable at your own workspace. That, Lisa, is the next step. You might also end up putting your paintbrush in your coffee or tea instead of in your water jar. That is why my drink is always on the sides and my water jar is always in front of me. You can see it. It's right there. Oh, that is handy. I even have a sticky to point out. See that dirty thing? That's my water jar. Yeah, it's disgusting, but that's my water jar. That is how well I treat my paintbrushes. But that too, if you end up putting your paintbrush in your coffee, tea, or whatever it is you drink, your mojo will be interrupted just as well, and you will also feel how important it is to have an organization that works for you. Now, my organization that works for me is a neat one, just like there. I need my table to be neat, so I only have the super duper essentials on my table. And I know those are a lot of essentials. Don't forget that this is my job, that I do this like almost all day, every day. So yeah, I do have all my essentials in front of me. I have my acrylic blocks to stamp. I have black and vintage photo distress ink and no other. I have all my blending tools, and I have to spy on my table. I have my jar with my most important paintbrushes and my tools like my palette knives and stuff, and then I have my other jar with scrap pieces of paper and my scissors and stuff like that. A little thingy with my tape and my glue, and then I have a little container with my Neocolor 2s, my little sponges. What else do I have in there? Oh yes, and my Sennelier oil pastels, and then my baby wipes and my kitchen roll, and that's it. That is all I have. Oh yes, my spray bottle of water, my craft sheet, obviously. As Snape would say, I have my craft sheet and my heat gun. And then my heat gun is sitting over... Oh my god, that's hard. Ooh. There. That's my heat gun. And it's sitting in this glass container thing. It's actually a flower pot thingy. But I have my heat gun in there because I don't have to wonder if it's hot or if I could burn myself. I just put it in there. I cannot go against it with my elbow because it's protected by the glass. And it's always sit there safe in this glass container thingy. And then what is super cool about this table, and I have to show you, is I can do this. I have 2 of those, one on each side. Just how cool is that? So yes, while I'm actually working and I have my stamps out and stuff, I do have a little bit more things around me because I have the space. So I'm cheating. Just a little. So my organization is a neat one. That is what works for me. But now you have to find out what works for you, because you might be visually inspired. You might need to have like all the things around you, and then you need to figure out which the things are that you want to have around you. You might be inspirational board inspired someone who needs to have like artwork visible to be inspired and close around you. So you need to find what works for you and then organize your desk in function of what works for you. One thing that I will say though is no matter what works for you, every once in a while it can be good to switch things around, like just to remind yourself to stay alert, no matter what kind of organizational thing you like to have. What else did I want to say? Don't overload your table. That works for no one, because you won't have space to work anymore and then you will get discouraged anyway. And don't underestimate the power of the organization of your desk on your mojo. That's it. That's all I had to say about desk organization. Let's catch up on all the comments. I have all that stuff because I'm an art hoarder. Ooh. Did you just talk to a bug? Yes, I did, Martha. I do that a lot. I talk to everything. Don't worry, it's not contagious. I'm so glad there's someone else that's choosing. Don't you have a separate desk? I use... you don't have a separate desk. I use a dinner table. And it flies full with lots of stuff, and I often cannot find the stuff that I need. I hear you, and I have an answer for that. I need all the things, like all the things. Okay, Abby. How big is your table that you need all the things on your table? How big is it? I did a little sponge. Yeah, well, I was going to say, Heather, I like Marie Kondo, but when she says, if it doesn't spark joy, throw it out, I'm like, this is art stuff. Do you have any idea what it costs? Throw it out? Or give it away? Like, no. We're not friends anymore. Me thinks I'll be doing some desk cleaning today. Ooh, there you go, Erin. How do you organize the desk overflow? What desk overflow? I don't have a desk overflow. What do you mean by that, Heather? Because I can't work if my space is untidy. I have the same thing. It becomes all I can think about until I have the same thing, Lisa. So every once in a while I'm working, I clean a couple of things up. Oh yes, the workbox. Yes. 2 meter by 1 meter. That's bigger than this one. This one is, I think it's 180 by 80, but I'm not sure. So it's not 2 by 1 anyway. So sorry about that. I've had my throat hurting all day. You unfriended her. I start with an empty desk and always end up with very tiny. Yes, I need to. Yes, Danielle, I am the same. But every once in a while I'm arting, I will take a break to clean up again, because if there's too much around me, I'm not able to work anymore. That being said, when I am actually working, there's more around me than there's actually on the table now. I was in between jumping from one journal to another, so I had just put a couple of things away. So you only work with what's on your table? Do you prep before a project or pause and find out? Erin, I pause and I go fishing what I need while I'm working. So if I'm done with a layer and I'm thinking about the next layer and I consider to use this or that product or this or that color, that is when I will get up and I will get the color that I want to use or the product that I want to use. I have a little card next to me. I think we all have that IKEA card at home with all... Yeah, I do have that one with all my mediums on there because I use those all the time and I have to be able to pull it out quickly. Clear my next project. Every time when I'm done with a project, I need to clean everything. I need to sort everything out and to put everything away. I cannot have the color from a previous project on my table when I start a new one. Everything has to go away and I have to start with my clean desk just like I like it. That's a lot of likes in one sentence. The chimney and yeah. And on my second desk and on the floor. I knew you were going to say that, Abby. On the floor. Well, Danielle, I only have one, and the only tray that I'm actually using intensely is the top one. The two on the bottoms is just stuff that is neatly tucked away in baskets and stuff. But voila, I just wanted to say, I think we seriously underestimate the impact of our desk organization on our mojo. Oh, and I also wanted to say, I don't remember who wrote, I don't have a table, so I have to take everything out. Remember that video that I did, journaling out of a suitcase? If you haven't seen it, it's up on my YouTube channel, where I did a complete a layer a day challenge, a full week, just journaling out of my suitcase. So every day I'll put everything back in my suitcase, take it out what I needed and put it back in there. So it is an interesting one. No IKEA card here. Gerda, who are you? You are the king of butterflies in our community. You are the one who resisted. Yeah, same thing here, Danielle. Same thing here. I used to spread it all. Yeah, that's what you get, Elvira, when you start to spread out and spread out and spread out. At some point, it gets a complete mess, and then you don't even want to enter that room anymore. So, that is all I had for you today, and I am spot on because I had predicted that it would take half an hour, and we're half an hour in. Well done me. I am proud of myself. I'm sorry. I have to take pride in the little things. So I'm proud of this. That I managed despite the coughing and the nose blowing and... Oh, Abby, I still wanted to hear what you had to say about the craft sheet. If you liked it, if you unpacked it. Or did you kill it yet? I want to know. I really want to know. Maybe one day I will do a challenge about your art room or the absence of one. Maybe I should do that. But not this month, because this month it's all about speeches, and we're starting with Dear Youngest Self. So I'm looking forward to see all your spreads on the Facebook group. If you're not a member yet and you would like to become a member, just click on the link in the description of this video. Please reply to the questions. There are only 2 of them, and if you don't know the answer, just say, I don't know. You're very welcome, Erin. Excited to start this new week with some mojo revamps for myself. There you go. Yes. Next week, I have to check because I think it's next week that I have like this. I have to take the big planner. Let's see. Next week. Yes, next week is Saturday 10th. The live will be back in the morning. So it will be again at 10 a.m. Central European time. That's 9 a.m. UK time. I'm sorry for the peeps in the States. That will be the middle of the night for you. But that is because in the evening I have a live with my patrons. And by the way, what's on my desk there is for my patrons. So I will see you next week for us on this side of the globe in the morning. For those on the other side of the globe, if you're courageous, it will be during the night. My Australian friends will be very happy because it will be day for them. Oh, I'm so sorry, Doreen. I'm just saying goodbye. But you can rewatch it. It stays on YouTube, so you can rewatch it. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I'll see you on the Facebook group or on the Patreon page if you're one of my beloved patrons. That's all I have. Butterfly kisses, everyone. Butterfly kisses. Gotta go now. Gotta fix dinner. Not so funny, but has to happen. Bye-bye.